Okay, so it is, what, I don't know if it's Wednesday, I think, Thursday, maybe. It's Thursday. Anyway, I'm heading back to the video store. I'm taking back Skyline. I just got it yesterday and watched it. First time I'd ever seen it, and I heard some good things about it. People were really excited when it first came out, so I thought I'd watch it. It never seemed like a movie that would be really particularly impressive, so I didn't watch it in theaters, and I didn't really care to rent it, and I just haven't. I've been putting it off, but I went ahead and got it yesterday because what I wanted to get buried, it wasn't there. So I got this one, I watched it, and you know what? I was right. I was completely and 100% right. That was one of the most ridiculous movies I've seen in my entire life. It had decent special effects, sure. The action was par, I guess. But come on, the story was ridiculous. It was absolutely insane. I mean, first of all, it was an epic premise. Invasion by an alien species, worldwide domination happening, and by day 3, the planet was practically extinct. But basically, you follow these two people around through the whole story, waiting for the inevitable to happen, which is for them to be kidnapped or captured or killed by these aliens. I mean, you just know what's going to happen. There's no sense that there is a rescue coming. I mean, they nuked the bastards, and they survived. So, I mean, we don't have anything. That's the most powerful thing we've got. There's nothing we can do to stop them. So I'm waiting for some miracle to happen. That didn't happen. All that happened was, eventually, they got sucked up. And for some reason, of course, these machines were harvesting our brains. Okay, they were harvesting our brains, and they took them up and they had them, and they had the girl, and she was pregnant, and so they took her to a separate place, and they were gonna cut the baby out of her or something. I don't know what the hell they were gonna do. And then the brain of Eric, what's his face, is screamed a lot in the movie. I don't remember his name. He's a bit actor at best. They put his brain in one of those creatures, and instead of assimilating or whatever it did and just animate that creature, he actually was able to maintain his consciousness and went to find her and killed one of the things that was trying to cut the baby out, and then it ended with him with her saying, "Is that you?" And then he turned around and there was other creatures there, and he was ready to fight him, and then it went off. And aside from the fact that the entire premise of the film, aside from being just an alien movie, was completely, I hate to use the word unbelievable because an alien movie is in itself unbelievable, at least vaguely. I mean, it's science fiction. But, man, I mean, wow, it was ridiculous. I couldn't get over how ridiculous that was. I was bored through most of the film. And then when that happened, I was like, when it began to happen, whenever they started to put his brain in there, I mean, I thought, whenever I saw them take his brain out, and I saw they were putting his brain in other things, but his brain was a different color than the other brains, I was like, no, really? Really? Is that really going to happen? Is it really? It can't possibly. They couldn't do that, but guess what? They did it, and it was stupid. It was just downright stupid. I think the fact that it's an alien film and the special effects and all that gave it way too much latitude financially. They spent way too much money on it. I can't see myself. There you go. Just the acting was not any good. The directing was subpar. The cinematography was beautiful, but it didn't have a story. I mean, you might as well have just cut together a bunch of special effects scenes of nondescript creatures terrorizing a town. And I don't know. I think it was ridiculous. There was never an overall plot given. There was never, like, they didn't ever have, this is what the aliens were after. They didn't ever have any meeting of the minds of the humans. I think the only other film I've ever seen take that approach to a monster movie or to a cataclysmic type movie was that movie that they did in New York. The guy had the video camera, and it was a documentary style, and he went around videotaping. It was a giant monster came up out of the ocean and attacked New York City, right? Like Cloverfield. That was the only other movie that I saw take this like microcosmic approach to this kind of film, because I mean, honestly, the way Independence Day, even though it was a more comical version of an alien movie, the way Independence Day did the alien genre is the way it ought to be done. You have it's a global it's a global theme, it's a global story, so you can't focus on two regular, everyday individuals and expect the story to work, because you're missing so much of the story. You're missing all of what's going on. I mean, we saw the planes come in, we saw the nuke get shot, but we didn't see any of the decisions get made. I was bored. The ending was absolutely ridiculous. I've been ranting about this for like 5 minutes. I'm sorry, but it was so stupid. It was so ridiculous. I can't get over it. So, there you go. Do not watch Skyline unless you're looking to be amazed at how stupid and how ridiculous and how completely unbelievable something is.